To sew buttons on with the Bernina 330, we're selecting stitch number 11. That's a picture of a button. And even though when you pick this stitch, number sign 1, 1, the stitch length goes down to 0, I like to do one extra thing. I like to lower the feed dogs. Over here, underneath where the foot control plugs in, push this box all the way until it stays indented. If it pops back out to be flush, you didn't push it in all the way. So make sure you can actually get your finger in there and it stays. Now, once that has been lowered, these little teeth, you can't see them anymore. When you go to push that button in again, I'm going to bring it back out. Notice the feed dogs do not come back up. And they won't until you take a stitch. So it's something people always ask, oh no, I can't get them back up. All you have to do is sew and they'll return up. So I'm gonna go ahead, lower them back down so they stay down permanently. With stitch number 11 selected, it sets it up for about a stitch width of 3.5, almost 4 millimeters wide. It also tells you to put foot number 9 on. That is a darning foot, which actually does not come with this machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and use foot number 1. The darning foot is great because it has a little opening and it just kind of sits right down on the button. But here's something that you might not know about buttons. No matter the size, now there are some exceptions, but the majority of buttons, their eyes are the same distance apart. So once you have it set, see I can see right through those holes, it really doesn't matter where the width, unless they look like they might be bigger or smaller, which some are. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and set it up. I'm going to sew the front 2 holes first on this particular one. Now, the way this sequence works is it's going to actually stitch down. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here, slide over. So what it's going to do is it's going to stitch down in the left eye first. Now, you want to make sure that as that goes down, I hand turn that down in place and take a couple stitches. What's going to do is it's going to do some locking stitches. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and now, did you see the little jump? All of a sudden, we need to make sure, I'm going to hand turn it down and make sure that is sinking down in the right eye of the button. Then, once it's set, it's not going to move. Just go ahead and stitch. It's going to go back and forth a few times. It'll also lock in the middle of this sequence here. So then it will lock on the other side, a couple more times back and forth, and a lock on the right, and then it finishes. So once you're done, since this is got 4 holes, we'll just go ahead and slide back, move so I can see those little eyes in place. Once again, hand turn the first stitch. If you can stitch slow enough with your foot, you can go ahead and tap through the first couple locking stitches. Otherwise, hand turn through those stitches until you see the needle bounce to the right so you can test that hole too. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2. All right, I'd already hand turned 1. So there's the jump, and we'll hand turn that down. Good. And now back and forth, locking, back and forth, locking, back and forth, and then it will finish on the left side. How easy is that? If you do need the little shank of thread, you can go ahead and put like a little pin in there so it leaves you more area for something to button onto that. If you're doing these decoratively and you wanted them to not be loose on your project, do just like I did, and that's very easy. They also have Bernina foot number 18, which is a button sew-on foot, which has little grippers on the front. That's the ideal one and is available at your local Bernina store.